Pokémon Horizons is a series that continues to show off how incredible it is with its unique plot and characters. At the current time of this video, the gang have managed to befriend Lucius's 4th Pokémon, being the 6th hero Kleavor. With the plot continuing to thicken, more revelations are being made known, and fam, some of them are out of this world. Hey, what's going on guys, my name's Raph, and today the Pokémon Horizons anime just dropped something huge, and trust me, it's absolutely jaw-dropping. Let's explore the news revealed and discuss what it could mean for the future of this series. Firstly, we have today's episode. Episode 74 showcased the return of Liko's grandmother Diana. Both Liko and Diana ended up having a battle, and this was a great way to show how much Liko has grown throughout the series and also put up a much better fight compared to the last time they battled in episode 33. She ends up winning too, which personifies all of this perfectly. We ended up learning quite a lot about Liko's family tree in this episode. Let's take it from the top. After going to the crystal pool, a mysterious figure appears, and with Terapagos using its powers to bring the person into the current timeline, this is where we start to find out some very interesting details. This individual is Lystal, and she is one of the 3 explorers that we saw accompany Lucius and Gibeon from the opening. Lystal is Lucius's wife, and Terapagos is her Pokemon. We also see that she has the pendant around her neck, alongside some rainbow feather earrings. Lystal is Liko's great-great-grandmother and Diana's grandmother. Before this being made known, we got the full confirmation that yes, Lucius is very much related to Liko, and he is her great-great-grandfather. The baby she is holding is named Layla, who is also Diana's mother. Talk about family trees, my goodness. This episode really did drop a lot in regards to the explorers and Liko's family in relation to it. There's still quite a lot of dialogue I'm trying to process, and I'm looking forward to watching subs later. I'll be sure to post my full review on Twitter, so if you haven't followed me on there, then you already know what to do. Let's now chat about next week's episode. Episode 75 is titled The Future We've Been Entrusted, The Shine of This World. Summary states the following. On their second visit to the crystal pool, Liko and the others meet Lystal, who tells them all about the former adventures of the explorers. How did this trio that once journeyed towards the paradise Raikou meet, and what did they see when they arrived there? The details surrounding an unknown adventure that took place 100 years ago will now transcend vast time and finally be revealed. As we can see from the preview, we can see that Lucius and Lystal fly on the Shiny Zygarde with Terapagos, and we get the first look of what Rakurium looks like, and damn, it's pretty much a paradise. Lucius's full team of Pokemon is shown, and we get the confirmation that Entei is very much itself, debunking the theory of it being Gougified for now at least. It seems the frame of Luxray attacking Lystal shows it to be exposed to the Rakurium, making it go berserk, and thanks to Terapagos in its terrestrial form, it ends up saving its trainer. The Shiny Zygarde seems to be using an attack, and Gibeon looks like he's shouting in rage, and I think this is where Gibeon decided to maybe turn against his friends, hence the situation unfolding in Raikou. But fam, this is absolutely insane, and I can't wait to see what happens in next week's episode. Right, let's now talk about some details revealed and discuss future events that could potentially come to life. First, we have today's episode showing new frames in the opening. Geeta is first shown with her Glimmora and what appears to be in the background of the Pokemon League. We know that Geeta did say that she was going to accompany the gang one day to Area 0, and I wonder if the trio will end up challenging her before this happens. Or maybe this is foreshadowing another event to unfold, such as them actually taking on the Pokemon League. We then have frames showcasing all of the legendary beasts. Something I'm intrigued about is why Raikou and Suicune are here. Is it because Entei is currently with them, or is it just for cinematic value? I wonder if maybe the gang learn about these beasts, and maybe to correlate with Geeta, maybe this is they will learn about the paradox variations of these Pokemon later on down the line in the series, especially when they go to visit Area 0. Let's now break down the preview trailer for episode 75 that will be airing next week. Lystal will be given the RVTs an insight to the adventure her and the other explorers once went on. I think what's going to be a big eye-opener is the fact that we're going to see some disruption that is going to unfold. I think from this frame, Gibeon probably learns about Raikou and the properties of the Rakurium, hence of course why he's so tapped on it at the moment. The Shiny Zygarde having an outburst too is very intriguing. This frame has given us an indication that maybe Zygarde is going to transform into its 50% form. It could be maybe the explorers come across it in its core or 10% form. The 10% form seems more plausible though, as that's what it appears to be in the form that it's in currently. Now when it comes to Lucius's team, I hope we get to see a small battle segment with all of them working together. This is giving off huge Avenger vibes. I love it. Maybe with Zygarde going crazy, this is where we see all of them come together to counter it. The whole disruption segment could be a parallel showing from the opening where we see Rayquaza and Zygarde clash. And I'm starting to think that maybe Zygarde was either manipulated by Gibeon to create this adversary, or maybe Zygarde was under Gibeon's control and then he just commanded it what to do in that moment. Let's be real. He looks like a madman here. Maybe he found out something to do with the relationship between Lucius and Lystal, and he got very jealous. Or did he just get jealous of Lucius in general, seeing as he is the top Donny after all? Bro got the Pokemon, the girl, the good life. I'm sure Gibeon is jealous of all of this. However, the other option here is maybe that this is where we learn about Lucius departing. What if Lucius was actually sacrificing himself in this moment, hence why both Lystal and Gibeon are both screaming and upset to make them friend not do it? Come to think of it, it does seem like this could be a much better idea for what these frames could match up to. Lucius did ask if his Pokemon was safe, so maybe this is the one indicator for it. Back in episode 32, we discovered that Lucius thanks all of his companions before promising that he won't unalive himself, rather that he would actually live in the end of Raquaza. What if he had to stay in Raquaza, hence why the others were upset about him sacrificing himself to do this? This actually makes a lot of sense, seeing as Lapras was crying in that vision too, after recollecting these events. Damn, things are starting to come together now, bro, like seriously, what's going on, bruv? This also fits very well from this frame from Opening 2, as it looks like Liko is symbolising how Lystal and Gibeon were saying their farewell to Lucius, who ended up being stuck in Raquaza. So could this mean that Lucius isn't gone, but very much alive in Raquaza, and that his 6 hero Pokemon are ultimately trying to find and save their beloved trainer? Also, did you notice that Lystal has the Scarlet Book in this frame? This implies that both her and Lucius have read it, which is very interesting. As for Raquaza itself, it looks absolutely amazing. A proper paradise as explained. I'm sure this episode will reveal more details about how the explorers reach Raquaza, but also something else that's really interesting is this frame of Luxray. Just like how we saw with Spinal's Umbreon going berserk after being exposed to Rakurium, I'm sure this will be a very similar aspect. Terapagos was so angry when Umbreon was exposed to it. Maybe it's because it related to what happened to him and Lystal many years ago, and how badly he saw the material affect Pokemon. This could also relate again to how Gibeon was going insane for it to not only seek potential immortality, but to also just rule the world. This episode is going to be incredible, and I can't wait to learn more and dive into the potential details. Finally, we've got the titles for upcoming episodes. Episode 76 is titled Why Not So It Is, episode 77 is titled Lalo Returns to His Hometown, and episode 78 is going to be where we see Entei being a fierce fight against Entei, the noble Roar of Flame. I'm going to skip talking about episodes 76 and 77 because, come on fam, 78 is what we're all here for. Getting the confirmation that Entei does exist live in the flesh, I think we're pretty much going to bury the theory now about gouging fire being Lucius's Pokemon. Don't get me wrong, I would have loved to see this plot twist happen, but yeah, it is what it is. To be fair, the title is quite intriguing as it does say Noble Roar, which is a move that gouging fire knows and not Entei, but that's probably just used for descriptive value anyway. With the other legendary beasts being shown, I wonder if the gang have to fight against all 3 of them in order to befriend Entei. There's definitely something going on there, bro. Pokémon Horizons is truly outdoing itself as an anime series. The story continues to reveal many more plot twists, and some of the details shown are truly jaw-dropping. With the gang now set to learn more about the 3 explorers on Raquaza next week, I'm sure there's going to be a massive revelation to come to life about all these circle of events. The final 6 hero Entei is now in the spotlight. With Liko finding out more about her family relations, there's definitely going to be a huge bombshell to come forth in the upcoming episodes. Definitely be sure to tune into this series. Its unique story with its characters and Pokemon are worthwhile, and also be sure to subscribe for more Pokemon Horizons coverage and Pokemon anime content.